Hey everybody, Nolan's penis. That's the funniest joke of all. There's nobody in the room anymore, but why not talk still?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LD120, Louis Durante 120. Probably not going to be an hour or 2 hours, or that's kind of what the 120 means. It's 2 hours, but I think we're just going to kind of wing it from now on, because that seems to be the flow of things.
Why force it?
So if there's a name change in the future, just know that it's with good purpose, I guess. I don't know, you probably don't want to watch 2 hours of this anyway, so. You know, it really depends.
You'll get into it eventually.
Well, Mike, everyone loves you.
Don't be so down on yourself.
I'm not. You did the baby face, dude. Everyone loves Mike. That's
I wouldn't have a baby face, but I have to shave. Everybody thinks I don't grow facial hair. I have to shave.
You have yet to prove it to anyone, though.
That's because I have to shave for work. My job makes me shave my face. In fact, one day I came to work not shaved. My boss clocked me out and wouldn't clock me back in.
Well, that's terrible, Mike. Anyway,
show enough.
Tonight on the show we have 5 news articles from local to, actually I don't think there are any local, but we have news articles from around the United States and the world even. No local ones tonight. But yeah, should be interesting stuff I found over the past week that interested me and humored me, you know, blah blah blah.
It was kind of a slow news week.
Slow past 2 weeks. Nothing really happened that really, I said, damn, that's hilarious. It was actually, I would say the last show we did had more interesting news articles that I wish would have all happened spread out. So I had more stuff to go off of that was entertaining. But we really don't have a whole lot of, I mean, it's good stuff, what we have now, but it's not what it could be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to go on to the news. Let's start with that. But before we do, I'd like to, did anything interesting happen to you just over the past week at all? Anything that you wish to talk about? The people out there? Nothing funny? You can't, nothing? Because nothing really happened to me either, so I guess I can't really say.
It's been a shitty week.
Yeah.
Last week before finals for me, so.
Okay, well, we went to Incubus, right?
We went to see Incubus. That
was a good show.
That
was a free ticket that I gave away because this guy over here, I knew he'd like him, and I couldn't find anyone who wanted to pay for it.
I really, really wanted to go, and I was disappointed that I wasn't going because they sold out so quickly.
Yeah, I knew they were going to.
I
knew it was going to happen. I almost guarantee it. That's why I bought another ticket. I was going to just buy one, but I said to have another one is like almost... I could have sold that, but I chose against it just because I didn't care as much, you know.
I've liked the Incubus for a long time, but I honestly didn't know that they were that...
Yeah, they're that big. They're that big. With songs like Love Hurts and Animali...
Drive, pardon me.
You're forgetting
the reason.
I'm talking about the stuff that attracts like preteen girls to the band.
I understand.
Brandon Boyd's hot bod. Did you see how he took his shirt off at that show?
Okay, so at the show, the lead singer of Incubus starts out jean jacket, t-shirt, whatever else.
Jean jacket?
Yeah.
Really jean
jacket? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then after a few songs, he takes the jean jacket off, and it's just him in t-shirt and whatever else. And all of a sudden he takes off the t-shirt, like an entire wave. It was the loudest cheering I've ever heard. It was just like,
that was the sound of like 30 or 40 preteen girls.
Cherries popping.
For the first time, yeah, all at once. I mean, it was the first time that they've been to Milwaukee in like 10 years. The last time they were there, I think, was Summerfest of '02. So... yeah, it's been that long. Every time they came here, it was like fucking Chicago. So I was kind of irritated because I finally got to see them. And I ended up being sick for that whole fucking show. And I was going to say, that's another thing that happened to me this week. I got fucking the shittiest cold that I've had in a while. Just my fucking throat got sore as hell, and I just felt like ass for like 2 weeks. It was pretty crappy. Actually, I'm better now, which is good. But
You're welcome.
You didn't. No, was that you? Was that fucking you?
Yeah.
Did you get me sick?
No, I made you feel better.
Oh. Well, there you go. You made me feel better.
I didn't make you sick.
So you were the reason. So taking you to Incubus helped me heal inside.
Or maybe Brandon Boyd's shirtless body.
Actually, you know what? I think that's what it was. I'm pretty sure it was Brandon Boyd's shirtless body.
As soon as he took the shirt off, it was just like
medicine. Medicine.
Medicine. You gotta have Reggie Watson.
You should have marked him down. You know, I feel like if you did actually call him, he'd probably do something like this.
Shout out to Reggie Watts.
You'd have to tag him in the...
This is your invitation to our show. We're big fans.
Montana is not that far away. Well, it kind of is, but it's not that far away from Wisconsin if you really think about it.
Montana? Did he live in Montana?
He grew up in Montana. I don't know where he lives now.
Pretty sure he lives in LA now.
Everybody lives in LA.
Well, yeah, he's a comedian. He's got to live in the hot spot.
I guess. I mean, a lot of famous people. I would never want to live in LA. Why would anybody want to live in LA? That's the real question. Like, would you?
Yeah, sure. Why would?
But because there's too many people. Why would you want to live in a place that's that crowded?
It's funny because the place with like the most people is where I want to live the most. I really would love to live in New York City. I don't care.
So you really like to be around that. See, I don't mind a city atmosphere, but I don't want to live in it.
I love New York City.
I like nightlife, but I would never want to be in some place that's crowded. Because one, I like driving more than like 5 feet in like an hour. So it's.
Oh God, I wouldn't drive in New York if you paid me, but
I
don't know. LA would be cool.
If I didn't drive, I would feel like I was trapped.
LA, beach babes, babage in general. Kat Von D.
The only babes you're gonna attract is old women pinching your cheek.
Next subject. I have facial hair.
We're not gonna talk about your facial hair right now. I'm sorry I'm giving you shit, but it was you kind of. He's giving me the eagle eye.
The eagle eye.
The evil eye. Everyone. He's giving me the evil eye, everyone. Mike is mad. He's raging inside. No, I shouldn't pick on Mike. I shouldn't, even though it's too easy. But
answer me this question.
All right, wait, I'll answer you.
You and I, if we were standing in a room, both clean shaven, who would look older?
I don't really know. I honestly don't know. Yes, I do have a baby face too. I can look like I'm still in high school. You have to actually. That's a good thing to bring up. Next time when we're with all our friends, we'll ask them that. You know what I mean? We'll see what they say. He thinks me, but there's really no way to tell. I feel like we're almost equals.
I feel like you're gonna get carded until you're 90.
Wait, hey, that's not a bad thing.
That's a good thing.
That's not a bad thing.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We'll see what Kat Von D wants on that.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're gonna move on to our first news article of the night. Basically, what I discovered is a postal worker who, you know, delivers mail, happened to be injured in some way where she could no longer work. So she was put on workman's comp.
Right.
But apparently she was caught running in a Boston Marathon, supposedly on workman's comp, that she could not, you know, do that because she's injured. So, as the article says, a U.S. District Court in Florida convicted former Florida postal worker of health care fraud after she was caught participating in more than 80 long-distance races. So that's happened on more than one instance. So obviously, 80. She had a back injury. That's why she decided that she needed to be on workman's comp. She obviously went in there and said, hey, my back is so injured, I can't work. And I'm like, so if you really think about it though, how hard is it to deliver mail?
Exactly. Like,
she sits in a truck.
Not bashing the mailman, but when you compare delivering mail to running a marathon, why wouldn't you rather just deliver mail?
Well, I'm
just walk up and down the block.
Well, you get with workman's comp, you get paid. So she's basically getting paid from the state for doing nothing. But
well, that's
I don't know. I don't know why she wanted. That's just dumb. Apparently, in May of 2009, Myers, which is her name, claimed to have a lower back injury that prevented her from delivering the mail as part of her job. She was relieved from her mail carrying responsibilities and put on light duty. However, photos and videos emerged showing Myers participating in these races, including a triathlon, and in what would ordinarily be considered good news, her race times actually improved as she made her initial injury claim. So apparently she'd been running, and actually she's getting better when she said, "I'm hurt." So
ow!
Obviously, if she's capable of running, you know, like
she was probably just sore from all the fucking marathons and training.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm sure. I ran a marathon.
I can't. No, you don't tell them that though.
Well, yeah, that's.
I'm sore. I cannot do this. I need free money now.
I must be injured or something. No, you ran a marathon.
Yeah,
you're tired as fuck. Is what you are.
Yeah, that's called
not
being
injured.
That's called being tired, not injured. So I'm sorry, you do not get your money, and that's exactly what they said to her. That's
funny because I get injured every night around like this time. I'm feeling a little injured.
Exactly.
Well, every time I put my head
time to go to bed.
I put my head on the pillow for a few hours, and Jesus, I'm just completely
Medicine!
paralyzed.
Medicine. But apparently she was basically taking her claims have been taken away, and blah blah blah. You know.
The lesson we learned from this: never work for the government.
No, the lesson.
Oh.
The lesson we learned from this is don't do stupid shit to get yourself caught. If you're gonna file a workman's comp claim, don't make it obvious and run marathons. Like, we all know that those workman's comp people, like when you file a claim, they check up on that. There are people outside your house taking photos to make sure you're actually hurt and not running marathons when you claim to have a back injury. I don't even know why. Why would you even want to run marathons? 80 of them.
I don't know. It's like
running
telling your job that you're injured and then, you know, reenacting that OK Go music video with the treadmill.
That's a cool music video. Meh. That's it. Meh.
It was made less interesting by the fact that the song is boring and repetitive.
It's okay. All right, I'll give you that. I mean, I wouldn't listen to the song on its own, but I enjoyed the music video. If it's stuck in my head, it's obviously memorable enough that I liked it in some way.
I always get porn stuck in my head.
Yeah, well, I don't really watch videos.
I've never seen porn.
Never ever. No porn for you, huh? You never. Mike, let me give you a lesson here in the birds and the bees. See, there's a guy, and he puts his thing inside a woman's thing, and then they move a lot, and then babies are made. And people watch the porn because they don't want babies, or their girlfriend says, I have a headache, and that's basically the end of the story.
Well, why don't you just wait for your girlfriend to go to sleep and then make the movie on her while she's asleep?
You know, I never thought of that, but I'm pretty sure that might be illegal.
Sounds like
it's a very well thought out plan, but I'm pretty sure unless she's heavily medicated, she'll probably wake up. Medicine!
You get some medication. You fucking put it in her, and then
you put it in her. So you get medication and you put it in her, and then you put it in her. I like that. That's
put it in her twice.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to our next story now, which is much. I really like this one. I really enjoyed this article actually when I read it.
There's one word in the title of this article that makes the entire article.
Which is?
Roasted.
Roasted, huh?
Roasted!
It's like a little...
Boom! Roasted.
I got something to say on that subject as soon as I read the headline here.
Alright.
Man arrested for smuggling roasted, get this, roasted human fetuses.
Hell yeah!
Smuggling across, I think it was country lines, country jurisdiction, however you say that.
The upside
country to country.
The upside, we finally found out what Arby's roast beef is made out of.
That's true. I'm glad I don't eat at Arby's. I've never had the urge to eat at Arby's.
You've never eaten a baby then?
No, I've never have. But man arrested. arrested for smuggling roasted human fetuses. In Thailand, authorities have arrested a man for smuggling 6 roasted human fetuses in his luggage. I think what he was gonna do though is actually set up a little like stand, like you know they have roasted peanuts at the baseball game. It was gonna be roasted human fetuses. He just said,
"Get your baby here!
Get your baby here, fresh charbroiled, ready to eat.
I want my mesquite."
I'm almost positive that's what the plan was, because apparently there's a market for this. The fetuses have been roasted and covered in gold leaf as part of a ritual. Xiao Hock Chun, a British citizen, was planning to sell them to people looking to get rich. Police said the suspect bought them for $6,500. I don't know if that's all of them or each. Several days ago, from a Taiwanese man in Thailand. Well, that would make sense because he's a Taiwanese man in Thailand. And planned to smuggle them into Taiwan and sell them for up to 6 times that amount. According to the Global Post, he had not been stopped. Kyun could have nearly made $40,000 from those 6 fetuses. He said he had planned to sell the fetuses to clients who believe they will make them lucky and rich. And I don't even know how that works. How do you get baby fetuses that are roasted, and why do they need to be roasted?
I want to see the episode of Dirty Jobs where they videotape the guy who roasts the fetuses.
Man, this is a tough job.
Damn, I gotta roast fetuses all week.
I got a tough one in. This baby was about 20 pounds. This is gonna take a good 2 hours.
Here's my own son.
It's my own son. He popped out. We can only have up to 2 shillings in the household.
Yeah, he's well done now.
So there's my tax return. Fuck you, government. Fuck you, government. You only let me have 2 babies? I'll fucking make profit off of these.
Hell yeah, I'm living in England. My name is Chow Ha Kyun.
Jeez, the wife must be fucking a baby factory then. She's gotta make a profit off this.
It's known that Asian women are baby factories.
Is it known this? Don't they have sideways vaginas?
I'm pretty sure.
No, that's bad. I shouldn't say that. That's a stereotype.
I know, it's like,
actually,
are their vaginas squinty too?
If it's true, actually, if it's fake, it's not. I can't even say it's a stereotype. That's just racist.
That's just weird if it's true. Is it true?
I never have either, Mike. I never have either.
You look like the kind of guy who would have like an Asian fetish and would like find a hooker.
Why do I look like the kind of guy who would have an Asian fetish?
I don't know.
What makes me? Is it the mustache? I want to know now. Why do I look like the type of guy?
You look like an Asian fetish kind of guy.
Just there's a type of guy that looks like so apparently people that look like me, if I pop my collar, does it still do that? Or do I just look like Dracula?
You kind of look like a dude at a Dark Shadows convention.
What's a Dark Shadows? What is Dark Shadows? Is that like a sci-fi show?
It was, and now it's a movie with Johnny Depp.
Oh.
It was like a vampire soap opera.
Was it directed by...
It was.
Was it really?
Not a joke.
Is that for real?
It's for real. It's Tim Burton.
I can't believe that.
Name a Johnny Depp movie. Tim Burton did it.
He did. That's true.
Except for Pirates of the Caribbean. Every other one. Yeah.
Well, okay, all right. Well, Tim Burton didn't do. I really enjoyed. What's that movie? Secret Window. You seen Secret Window?
Yeah, I have.
There's The Ninth Gate too. He also did that. That was one of his early roles, which was a really boring movie. I didn't enjoy The Ninth Gate at all.
You know what? You know what would have really upset me? You know how Tim Burton did like the first Batman film in the 80s? It was like the first real...
I never saw it, but yeah, I kind of know what you mean, yeah.
He did as Danny DeVito as Penguin. Well...
The only Batman... I saw some of the old ones, the one with Jim Carrey in it or whatever that was. Whatever. I don't know, I was like 5. I was like 5. It was
I was 5 then, and now I have my DVD because I'm cool. But I'm just... What I'm trying to say is...
It's all about fucking Betamax.
It really would have upset me if Tim Burton was like, who should I cast as Batman? Johnny Depp!
He could play anyone.
If Johnny Depp was Batman, fuck that. I'm sorry, no.
My life has been crushed by Johnny Depp. You should write him an angry letter one day. Just tell him how much you hate his acting.
Dear Johnny Depp, I write to you the number of films of yours that I have enjoyed following this sentence. 0.
Good day.
Just GG.
Good game. Good game, everyone. Good game. See, you know, there's some. I got a friend who doesn't like Jim Carrey's acting either. He doesn't like.
I know a
anything.
lot of people like that. Actually, I know a lot of people that like Jim Carrey.
Why? I like Jim Carrey a lot.
I don't know. Some people just think he's like too goofy. I guess.
Okay, sometimes. Like, I feel like they're just going.
I really
The
hate.
Cable Guy's a really sad, funny movie. Like, it's depressing in the end.
I hate when
I love that movie.
Jim Carrey is in like a serious role. I don't want to see him in a drama movie. I'm not talking about The Cable Guy. I like The Cable Guy. I'm talking about movies like the Jim Carrey movies I've never seen.
Oh, actually, my friend showed me a movie with Jim Carrey and I've never seen before, and it was really good. And it was completely serious. It was a completely serious, sad movie. What was it called?
It sounded like sad movies.
I gotta look this up now because I need to know what it was. It was really good.
I'm trying to think about the Jim Carrey movies.
I like kind of serious movies though.
Well, so do I. I don't like if they're like really sad though. I don't like movies that people cry to.
Why? That's an emotion I don't ever want to feel.
That's why I will never watch the new Karate Kid movie because of your brother.
Wait, why is that?
First of all, I refused to watch it before because why would you want to remake Karate Kid?
I've never seen the first Karate Kid and everyone hates me for that. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. Everyone's like, oh my god, how could you not have seen that? I'm like, I don't know, I just never got around to it. Let's see. We're going through this series.
Hold on. Let's just talk about how awesome all these movies are.
That's a good movie. That's sad too.
That's the first one on the list I haven't seen.
Man on the Moon?
I've never seen that.
It's kind of sad because it's a real story.
Bruce Almighty is fantastic.
It's good.
I love the second Ace Ventura.
There it is. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. That's an amazing movie. It fucking like.
It says it's his number one best.
That's a sad movie.
Never
it's
even heard
really
of it.
sad. It's okay. It's about this guy, okay, and it turns out there's a company. I don't know what time, but it seems like modern times. And there's a company that you can go to. He just broke up with someone, and he can't get over her. Right? He can't get over this relationship he was in. And there's a company that will literally. You go in there, and they'll basically go into your mind and erase every memory you've ever had. They'll erase that person from your mind. So the whole movie is literally about him going through these memories and them disappearing. And then he realizes he doesn't want that to happen because there are a lot of good times in that. So the whole time he's trying to like stop his memory from forgetting all this. And they're trying to like erase these memories. And he's trying, to stop that, but it's too late. And it's a really sad movie. It's really good.
I feel like I should see it.
It's really good. It's probably my friend says it's one of his favorite movies, and I have to watch it again to really get a good feeling for it. But it was really good the first time I saw it, so I know it's gonna be probably even better the second time. That's kind of how it is for me with movies. I watch it one time.
My favorite movie, I have two favorite movies, but one of them I didn't even like the first time I saw it. As lame as it is
What
say...
What is that then? What movie was it?
As lame as it is to say, one of my two favorite movies is Step Brothers. I absolutely love that movie.
I've never seen it. I've heard good things about it.
The first time I saw it, I didn't like it. Because for some reason, Will Ferrell is like my favorite actor of all time.
I can't say he's my favorite actor, but I do like him.
I fucking love Will Ferrell. And again, like I don't like when he does drama or anything like that. Like Bewitched sucked. Stranger Than Fiction, whatever that movie was.
That was a good movie.
That sucked.
Really?
I don't know.
Really?
I fell asleep during it.
Oh my god! Well, that's the problem.
I was like
you
12.
watch it full through. Oh, that's the problem.
I don't know. I just
You were
like
12 when that came out.
I don't know. Okay, maybe like 16, but whatever. Same deal.
Oh my god, dude! How did you fall asleep during that?
Because it wasn't Anchorman or Step Brothers.
Oh, it doesn't have to be funny to be good.
The two greatest movies ever.
Greatest?
Greatest. But
Greatest movies ever!
Will Ferrell's like my favorite. But for some reason, the first time I see a Will Ferrell movie, I don't like it. Like, Anchorman is one of my favorite movies, and the first time I saw that, I was like, alright.
Sometimes you have to watch it again.
That's because, like, in Will Ferrell movies, there are so many jokes, both, like, right out there and obscure, but I don't know. You just don't catch everything the first
See,
time.
here's the thing. No, that's what I like about a show. There's a show that I really like that no one's ever heard of, and I'm not even sure you've even heard of it. But it's called Mission Hill. It was originally on WB, and the WB's like kind of it gives to like teenage girls. They have really shitty fucking Dawson's Lake kind of fucking
Dawson's Creek,
Dawson's whatever the fuck it is, bullshit shows that are like about growing up and it's all soap opera-y. And they ended up buying Mission Hill, which is a show that has SpongeBob's voice. What's that guy's name?
Tom Kenny?
No, he's got that fucking dry kind of voice, and he's a bald guy with glasses, and he smokes pot all the time. He's a comedian. I felt like you've heard of him.
Probably haven't.
No, I don't know what his name is now.
David Cross.
Oh, fuck. I wish my memory sucks for certain fucking pop culture references, so then I gotta check my likes to remember what I like.
I'm pretty good with pop culture references.
I'm sure you are, Mike. I'm sure you are. Better than I am, at least. We're gonna go check my life real quick, just to make sure.
Oh dear. Oh dear!
I think I know what it is, but I don't want to say it, because I'm probably wrong. Notice how my inspirational people are Maynard James Keenan, Peter Steele, and Steven Wilson. Well, how could he not be? That's the real thing. Brian Posehn.
I love Brian Posehn.
Brian Posehn. He does the voice of Jim. And I wish I could show a clip, but I can't because I know it's gonna get copyright infringement. But Mission Hill's an amazing show. It was like you've never like if
it's got Brian Posehn, I know it's amazing. Brian Posehn is the greatest comedian ever because he's a metalhead.
Yeah,
he hangs out on tour buses with my favorite bands and shit, and I'm like, I want to be a funny guy who just talks about metal.
Mission Hill's an amazing show. It really is.
I didn't realize it was a show. Oh!
Yeah, I love this show.
Okay.
I like that kind of humor where it's like dry and it's realistic funny. It's like what really would actually happen, and it's like people. You know what I mean? Like it's just realistic funny. It's not out there and crazy. Like I like Anchorman. Don't get me wrong. I like that kind of humor, but I really like it when it's like down to earth, kind of like that could happen. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a bunch of guys hanging out.
Like Seinfeld.
Yeah, but Seinfeld's not as good. This is so much better than Seinfeld. I like Seinfeld a lot.
Whoa.
But this is so much better.
Seinfeld. I fucking love Seinfeld. It's like one of the greatest things.
See, I know it has SpongeBob's voice because he plays a gay guy. There's a gay couple.
So it's SpongeBob.
It's SpongeBob.
I love SpongeBob, but he's a homosexual. Let's not try to be foolish.
Brian Posehn is Jim Kubak. Scott, I don't even know who that is.
Tom Kenny?
Yep.
That's SpongeBob. Yeah. Yep. Came in the late 60s. Yep.
See?
I don't recognize any other names besides Tom Kenny and.
Adult Swim picked it up in 2002. So
oh, really?
they've the ones. That's actually where I found it.
The one guy.
That's also. I remember there was a.
You know who he kind of looks like? Or maybe at first glance, this guy right here.
Yeah.
Kind of reminded me of Rolf from Ed, Edd n Eddy.
Kind of. I guess.
Who was like the best character ever.
Why was he the best character?
I just love the way he was like fucking foreign and insane. And he talk like this. It's like he's nuts.
Surprised that's in.
Wait, minimize. Let me see this.
Minimize.
4 characters from Mission Hill, and there's 5 characters right there.
Stogie, that's a dog.
Dog's not a character?
It kind of is. The dog eats any cup you put out. It likes alcohol so much if you just leave it. He ate the ashtray.
That's incorrect. I should say 5 characters. Like the other day, you ever played any of the Hitman games?
No, because I'm lame.
Well, there's a new Hitman game coming out sometime this year.
Did they make a movie?
Yes, and I never saw it, but apparently it was awful.
Anytime they make a movie out of a game, it's bad. Just like
we discussed Doom last episode.
We discussed Doom, but we've also discussed. Like I've discussed fucking Resident Evil's terrible, and anyone who likes that, I can't even understand how they get into that movie. It's just so corny. It really was so corny. I could not. It's honestly not the worst game-made movie that I've seen, but it's not good. It's not a good movie.
Worst game-made movie ever? Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat, huh?
Or didn't they make a Mario movie, like a Super Mario Bros.
Everyone
movie?
loved Mortal Kombat, and I fucking hated it.
The game or
But the movie. But that's because when I saw it, I was too old. They said you had to watch when you were younger because you really liked them. But I saw it when I was like probably 16, and I said, "Oh my god, it's so bad! It's so bad."
It's awful.
It wasn't for me at all. Not at all. No, I couldn't get into it. But we're getting off topic because there's like 3 more news articles we have to go through here. Speaking of movies and actors, apparently The Dictator was actually banned in a country. I don't know what country it was, but
Doesn't surprise me.
no, it doesn't because Borat was banned in Kazakhstan, right?
I'm sure it was.
They were making
I'm sure it was banned in a lot of places.
But apparently, The Dictator was also banned because I guess it says here in a Central Asian country, according to The Guardian, Tajikistan has banned Baron Cohen's latest film, The Dictator, which I actually want to see a lot. It looks really entertaining. I'm excited.
I'm excited to see it as well because I really like Sacha Baron Cohen. He's a very, very good comedian and Ali G was great if you ever watched the show or saw the
No,
movie.
I didn't. I know what it is though. I've never watched it. It was on that. See, we didn't have HBO back then, so I'm pretty sure it was on HBO.
Yeah. And then Borat. Borat was actually a character on the Ali G show.
Didn't see it, but I wanted to see it.
Borat, one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Again, a movie I didn't like the first time, but now that I've seen it, literally probably 100 times, amazing. Bruno, I was excited for because it was basically Borat except for he's playing a gay guy instead of a guy from Kazakhstan. But there was way too much dick flopping around. I've only seen it once, and I didn't really enjoy it. There was one part that I did enjoy because I thought it was fucking amazing. But the rest of the movie I thought was meh. But I think The Dictator looks like it's...
You know what's funny is my dad rented Borat, and as soon as they rented it, watched 5 minutes of it, and took it back to Blockbuster because they said it was so bad they couldn't even finish watching it. And it was just because the homoeroticness of it just turned like I can't watch this. It stirs up feelings inside me.
If they think Borat is homoerotic in any way,
no.
see Bruno.
That's what I meant, Bruno.
Oh, okay.
So did I say Bruno or
I don't know what you said. I thought you were talking about.
No, I meant Bruno. Bruno.
Bruno.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Bruno's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure in the beginning of the movie there was a guy on a bike with like a strap on that was like pounding some guy in the ass, and I'm pretty sure that they got to that point and they said we're taking this back to Blockbuster.
Well, see, I enjoy vulgarity. I'm not offended.
I'm sure I could watch. No, it doesn't bother me in the least. I hang around some of the most. You've met them. You know
just saying
what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying it's hard. I love.
I'm so numbed to.
My favorite things in the world are things that offend other people.
That's an Incubus song, actually. My favorite things. My favorite things are the things that you hate. That's the song.
Boom. I don't think I've heard.
It's off of Science. It's called Favorite Things. I'm pretty sure you need to re-listen to all of that album.
Well, I was planning on it after you said it was your favorite album. I was like, I've never really given Science.
Science is good. Science and then.
Well, science has failed our world. Science has failed our Mother Earth.
Yeah. No. See, man has failed our Mother Earth.
Well,
Science
I was quoting a song.
Oh, what song was that?
Science by System of a Down.
Oh my god. And you're going to see oh shit, actually in the Geo right now I have 4 tickets I have to deliver to a friend of mine.
System tickets?
Mm-hmm. I should probably not leave those in the car. Someone will take them.
Well, I got 4 tickets!
Yeah, that guy's jealous of you because he has upper seating tickets.
Oh!
We can't high five because I'm not going.
But high five for the fact that I'm gonna floor.
High five floor, yeah. One more time.
Woo!
Oh!
On the floor!
Oh!
Me and Sergio were like,
Butt sex.
Butt sex with... Okay.
The only time I saw Surge live was when I was at Foo Fighters. Saw Foo Fighters live. I didn't care much for Foo Fighters. I told you I had a free ticket.
Slow down. What did Surge have to do with Foo Fighters?
It was Serge Tankian opening for Foo Fighters.
Really?
Yeah, I saw Serge Tankian live.
Holy shit!
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I recorded. Yeah, no. He came out in a white fucking suit with a top hat on, and they did all their. You're killing us! You're killing us! I recorded one of his songs, but the problem is my recorder for my audio was dead, so I didn't get any audio off that show. Just a shitty fucking video quality.
Still waiting for an email to pop in my inbox from you with the audio, at least from the APC.
It's upstairs. I need to edit it.
I want the audio. I want to hear Weak and Powerless live again.
Speaking of which, I actually got the other day. I was getting a lot of typo negative stuff because I've been on a typo negative kick. Obviously for my shirt. We'll show the back here.
Don't mind my shirt. I hate this band.
You don't like Avenged Sevenfold anymore? Did you like them at one time?
I did. Freshman year of high school, I was
anything you like. Okay, I was a huge Nirvana fan freshman year of high school, and eventually I grew out.
Hold on,
I don't hate Nirvana. I just got sick of them. Nirvana is really bland in my opinion. They're good, but there's a lot of better stuff out there.
I love Nirvana, but I hate the Nirvana that they play on the radio. They only play like the.
I just hate the radio. There's nothing on.
I hate the radio.
They repeat everything.
That's why I don't listen to the radio. Like
the internet radio is the only radio you should be listening to.
I don't listen to the radio, any radio, period. I have 1,000 bands on my iPod. I'm set. Like for example, you know that new song that's out. Someone that I used to know.
I love that song.
Me too.
I love that song.
And let me say that
I love the music video too.
Let me say that I hate myself a little bit because I love a song that's number one. Because
no, I understand you completely. Like, to be perfectly honest, so there's a lot of good stuff that's out there hidden in like everything, and it just so happened that song actually got popular. It's popular among people who just like music casually, and it's also popular among people who just enjoy really good quality music and meaning.
What I like about it is just the fact that there's something that's the number one song right now that is not fucking terrible, because I've grown up in a difficult time for music. Like the most popular music around is always
would you say
worst.
The worst time for music was between probably 2006 and up, because there's a lot of good bands that are mainstream sounding but came out between 2000 and 2004.
You do realize that what you are saying is nothing good has come out since 10,000 Days, 2006.
You could say that, but what I'm trying to say is there's a few bands that have a mainstream sound that I really enjoy. Like Double Drive, this band sounds a lot like, you could say, Nickelback, but they are so much further than that band. Their songs are way better.
That's because Nickelback doesn't put any thought into their lyrics.
They don't care. They're writing songs.
They're rich now.
They're writing
they
songs.
have a huge following for whatever reason.
To be honest though, Nickelback's album, The State, not bad album. Not a bad album at all. Godsmack's album with Voodoo on it, not a bad album.
Godsmack's first album is practically flawless. It's very good.
People say that about Slipknot's first album too.
Slipknot's first album is good.
Okay, I've heard it. Part of it.
I think their second album.
That's got Wait and Bleed on it, doesn't it?
First one,
yeah. Yeah, that's.
I like Iowa because it's got songs like fucking.
Well, they're still trying, and honestly, Corey Taylor, his solo stuff, or not his solo stuff, but stuff with Stone Sour. Stone Sour's a really good band. I really enjoy Stone Sour a lot.
I haven't really listened to Stone Sour.
They're pretty good.
But I'm really fascinated because he's doing a new album with Stone Sour right now, and he said it's basically a mixture of Alice in Chains and Pink Floyd. And
I don't know. That sounds a lot like Vomit.
Well,
it scares me.
Alice in Chains and Pink Floyd are two of my favorite bands.
There are two things that it's like when someone says, "Hey, let's have fucking like peanut butter mixed with chocolate ice cream."
I think what he was trying to say was it's kind of like a deep concept album, but
is it spacey? Like
I don't know. It's not out yet, but I think what he's trying to say is like it's a deep concept album. It's deep lyrically. The songs have meanings and tell stories, but it's got the sound of something heavier, like Alice in Chains.
I can understand. I guess I can see that. It's just weird to me. I can't picture him doing something like that.
Who cares? Pink Floyd, in my opinion, best band of all time. Alice in Chains, in my opinion, is the best grunge band of all time.
I would disagree with that completely. I can't say Pink Floyd is the best band of all time. There's a lot.
Well, I'm not trying to.
I can't say any band is the best band of all times. I can say there's a group.
It's hard.
I can say there's a group of bands. There's a block of bands. Obviously, the bands that influence people the most are some of the best bands of all times. The bands that have recurring hits one after the next after the next.
Well, the reason I say Pink Floyd is the best is because what they did with their music is extremely amazing. It's not unique, especially now, because a lot of people are inspired by that. But I think they were pretty epic.
No, I like Pink Floyd a lot. I remember I got into them. I didn't even like. People act like, oh, you gotta be high or you gotta do drugs to enjoy Pink Floyd.
Not at all.
No, I was in high school. I never tried any drugs throughout all of high school. None. Everyone thought I was a huge stoner. I never smoked. And
everybody thought I was a stoner in high school.
It's just a look, though. You were the kid who was like me, who wore a band shirt every fucking day.
I wear a band shirt every day now.
I still do too, obviously. From the
Too bad. I really wish I would change before I wore this shirt in front of camera.
So we should like duct tape.
I came from work and I always wear a shirt under my work shirt that I don't give a shit about.
That's like me at work. No,
this was the one today.
I know what you mean. It's gonna be funny because if we ever have a high school reunion and like in my high school, I'm gonna be that guy who looks exactly the same 5 years later.
You're still wearing a fucking shirt.
You still have long hair and you're wearing a fucking band t-shirt and jeans. Wow, nothing has changed at all. I'm like, no, dude. Whatever.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right, it's whatever.
I don't care if I have the wardrobe of a 13-year-old boy. All my shirts either have a band on them or like some kind of comic book character or movie.
You should have me that over there.
Can you open it?
Yeah, I got it. We're gonna party like it's 2000. Millennium. No, millennium.
Oh, okay. Y2K shit!
Next article, I like this one actually. Apparently, South African president had a painting done of him in this like artistic show where his penis is showing, and he is not so happy about it.
Apparently, not very well endowed.
Apparently, in South Africa, it's fine as long as you don't make a mockery out of President Jacob Zuma's penis. There's a collection of works called Hail to the Thief being shown at the Goodman Gallery in Johannesburg, according to Reuters, which is like a news thing or something. Pure Nazi governor, one image, whatever the guy's name is, by artist Brett Murray goes a little too far in exposing Zuma. The president of the African National Congress wants the Goodman Gallery to remove the painting called Zuma called The Spear, which depicts the president with his genitals exposed.
I love that they called it The Spear. And it's got his dick flapping about.
You know what? I actually posted a link here. I want you to see this, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna put a link to this. We can actually post it.
To the actual painting?
Yeah. I have a link here.
So is it illegal in South Africa to make fun of your president's penis?
It must be.
He's got a tiny penis.
No, actually not. It's Africa.
But the rumors obviously aren't true if he's made it illegal to make fun of his penis. If he had a big penis, he wouldn't care. He'd be like,
No, I just think he's shy. He's a shy guy. Here, look at his face, though. I want you to look at this man's face.
Aw, he looks sad.
He's upset about it, but look at this guy's mean mugging the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, because he's like, you make fun of this dude's dick, I swear to God, I'll cut you. I'll give you the spear.
Here's the painting. You can see his dick there.
I don't see it.
He's well endowed right here. All right there.
It's such a small picture. It looks...
Well, okay, then I gotta get fucking...
It doesn't look like his dick's out. It looks like he's got a holster.
Just wait a minute.
Zuma's dick. Google it. South African penis. Don't Google that.
I won't.
You've made that mistake.
No, I haven't. I've never made that mistake.
Where?
I'm waiting for it.
Wait. It's funny because we went from talking about the dictator to talking about the dick.
Well, you see I lined them perfectly. You see how that works? We're not finding it here, though. I want to see a picture of this fucking thing, but... I'm waiting for an image, and I feel like none of these fucking news sources are going to give it to me because it's got a wiener in it, and they're, you know, censored.
We're adults.
That kind of thing. They censored it. Alright, well, you get the idea. If I find an image, I'll post it. But basically, they're upset that they had a picture of this African president's wiener in this beautiful painting that has all kinds of different emotion and feelings and blah, 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 blah. And they're upset. And this guy's upset. I mean, it is himself that they're representing, so you kind of say it's almost like slander, but and they're not representing it badly because, you know, it looks like he's well endowed. So
I'm gonna do my own painting, or find somebody who can actually paint, and do a painting of this guy in the pose from Nevermind by Nirvana, like the naked baby chasing him.
You know what's weird about that?
Like have this South African president naked with his dick flapping about, and then just like send it to him. Be like, here you go.
No, to tell you the truth though, that they were like, there's a website to say, oh, you know, it makes you feel old, even though I'm not really old, but they were like, oh, you'll feel old when you see this, and like there was a picture of the kid in the picture of the album cover for Nevermind. The guy's like 18 now almost or something.
Yeah,
like, he was just I was like, holy shit, the dude looks like a skateboarder. I was like, he's like an adult now. I'm like, what the fuck?
And he doesn't like Nirvana.
And he doesn't like. That's what's weird, actually. Seeing people.
Well, I don't know if he does, but I read an article about him. Apparently, he just like listens to techno.
What's weird though is seeing people that are really popular now, like Skrillex, being the same age as you. Like, I noticed that Skrillex was born in like '89.
Skrillex is a fag.
Well, yeah, his music is not the greatest. Somehow it's popular, but it's I kind of think that though, like with stuff that people hate and really like, I feel like it's like a counter. It's like a counter thing, almost like someone goes, "Oh, I love this," and all these like I got a friend, right? This guy likes all kinds of stuff. And then as soon as it becomes popular and all these retarded people like it, like people that have no taste in music whatsoever, start liking it, he stops liking it. And I can't agree with that. You liked it once, just because dumbasses like the same shit you do, doesn't mean you should stop liking that music, right?
Right.
Would you agree with that?
But then you become like fucking hipster, you know. I listened to this before you.
You don't have to say it though. You can just still say you like it. Because I mean, like I can admit I like Nickelback's earlier stuff. I can't say I can make fun of Nickelback now though because I think all their stuff is really generic, bland, and like radio friendly. But
it's not radio friendly because they're talking about boning chicks, but it's on the radio.
I can safely say though that the song, when I heard I don't even know what's that song. You look so much better with something in your mouth. It was so bad. I said,
unfortunately,
how is it even on the air?
Unfortunately, I've been to a Nickelback concert. Not my choice.
Well, why? Why were you there?
A girl I was dating at the time wanted to see a band that was opening for Nickelback. And Breaking Benjamin happened to be opening for Nickelback also.
That's awkward. You know what's...
And I like Breaking Benjamin, so I went. But you have to see a Nickelback crowd. It is the most white trash, ridiculous people ever. I don't know why, but white trash people love fucking Nickelback.
Really?
Yes. Fucking rednecks.
Well, it's easy. It's cheap stuff. It's on the radio. They don't have a television, so they listen to the radio all day, and that's
that just makes the music worse for me.
Well, see, it's one of those things though. I remember when I was younger and like all that shit, like you grow up with like this stuff and you like it at the time, but then you kind of move past it. It's like you hear Nickelback, man, that's good, and then you find something that's better, and then you kind of latch onto that, and you realize Nickelback wasn't as good as you thought it was originally. But there's still some songs by Nickelback, like I said, off the state. I don't remember the name of the song, but I hold it close to my heart. It's really good. But yeah, you kind of like...
That's because Nickelback was a completely different band back then. Like, back when they first got popular with like How You Remind Me and those songs off of Silver Side Up, they weren't the band they are now.
Right, they were just getting kind of famous.
They were just kind of like post-grunge, which I hate to like...
I like post-grunge. There's a lot of post-grunge. I like Bush's post-grunge.
But there's a lot of... Most post-grunge...
You hate to classify. I know you hate to classify. Is that what you're going to
really
say?
Shitty. Who's to classify?
I classify. No, I mean classifying bands. I thought
you said that you hate declassify.
No. I thought you were gonna say I hate classifying bands, like labeling them as something.
Yeah, like it's rock, it's metal. It's not like new metal or metalcore.
No, I'm just saying I'm kind of a nerd, so I like to label my things into subgenres because it makes things like.
I only really like to label things that I hate. So when I say a band is new metal, it's usually just because I don't like them.
That's what I'm saying though, is that's why new metal.
Yeah, Korn's new metal.
New metal isn't really a genre. It's almost like a way people dub stuff that they don't like.
Yeah, it's the shitty kind of metal because metal started out as something pretty good. I mean, you don't like old metal, you don't like the original metal for some reason.
I don't know what you mean though.
Well, you don't like Judas Priest, and the lead singer of Judas Priest is literally the metal god. That's what they call him.
I don't know. I just don't get into it. I never was a Led Zeppelin fan. I like Black Sabbath.
Well, Black Sabbath was the first metal band in my mind.
Black Sabbath is good. But see, I like that slow, sludgy sound. If it's like really up front and it's all about the male strutting his stuff, kind of like that's why I feel like AC/DC, Judas Priest, Kiss, they're all kind of like checking me out.
I don't consider AC/DC or Kiss metal, and I don't like either of those bands.
They're hard rock though, I guess you could say.
They're hard rock.
The technical genre is hard rock. Like Aerosmith is hard rock, AC/DC is hard rock. Led Zeppelin's actually they are progressive.
They are not.
Yes,
progressive.
they are.
They're just
yes,
rock.
they are. Yes, they are. They're progressive in a way. I'm pretty sure they were classified as progressive. We can look it up.
I've never heard anybody label Led Zeppelin as progressive in my life.
I think they are. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Led Zeppelin, but man, there's songs that aren't on the radio, like No Quarter. Honestly, to tell you the truth though, I know Tool did a remake of No Quarter, but the Led Zeppelin version is so much better.
What I like about the Led Zeppelin version, like, to be honest, I haven't really listened to the Tool version that much, but what I like about the Led Zeppelin version is that it sounds like a Tool song. To me.
That's probably why I like it. Then.
To me, because
that's probably why I like it.
I don't know, vocally, it just reminds me of Maynard. And maybe that's because Maynard has his own version, but...
Well, see, all those bands inspired the bands today, so you gotta give them credit though, because none of the bands that are around today would even be around if they didn't have. I was a progressive kind of fan. I like Pink Floyd over any of those other hard rock.
Progressive. If something is properly classified as progressive, it's amazing. Progressive is the best genre because the songs are a lot deeper than any other songs. They're a lot longer and they're descriptive.
That's a story. See, I like progressive because it's the whole album is made to be almost a journey. That's why I enjoy progressive rock because it's. Well,
that's why I love the band Coheed and Cambria because not only
Sarah likes them too.
Not only do they have like an album that's a journey, all their albums are the same journey telling a story, and the story progresses as each album goes on, and it's the fact that they put that much thought into it is fantastic.
What do you think about Linkin Park? To be honest,
I'll be honest with you. Okay, when Hybrid Theory came out, their first album,
it's great.
I was 9 years old,
great.
And that was literally, besides System of a Down, Toxicity came out the same year. Hybrid Theory is one of the only things I listened to besides Toxicity. I listened to that CD over and over, and to this day I still know every single word and note of that album, and I still love it. And then Meteora came out,
which was good too.
And if anything, it's possibly even better. Like I can't decide which is better. And then Minutes to Midnight came out, and it has some good songs. But it made me not like Linkin Park really, and then when their past album came out, 1,000 Songs.
They came out now. They had another album.
Yeah, they have a new album coming out next month now.
I had no idea at all.
Well, yeah, their fifth album.
I had no idea that Linkin Park was even still like making albums.
Oh yeah, they're one of the biggest bands in the world now.
Are they really?
They really are. They're gigantic. They're giant.
I honestly wouldn't consider them though like I know this is gonna there's a lot of people that really like them, but I wouldn't consider them quality.
Neither would I. I would consider their first two albums quality, and that's it.
I used to be a really huge fan. Like when I was big in Linkin Park, I really enjoyed stuff like Taproot and like
I don't like Taproot.
Earshot. Do you remember those bands at all?
I don't know Earshot, but I don't like Taproot.
I think there's a subject I was gonna talk about before, but I forgot because we got sidetracked, and that was back in the day when there was music that was coming out. There's a lot of like I was saying bands like Nickelback, double drive sounding like that, but there was another band that I hadn't mentioned. It was called Manic Gravity. They had a song called Walk Away. Amazing song. The whole band only created one album. One of the best things. It's like a mix of Incubus mixed with Tool. That's all I can say. It's great stuff.
I hate discovering a band that has like 4 songs or just like an album.
Well, they break up. I actually ended up talking to, I friended the guy on Facebook. We were friends for actually a decent amount of time, but I think he unfriended me because, we aren't really friends. But I wanted to talk to him. I was like, hey dude, like what happened, blah, blah, blah. And we kind of chatted for a good couple hours and he explained everything in the band.
That's what's really cool about like a band that you enjoy that amounts to nothing.
Yeah.
They're
just a casual, every old day Joe that you can talk to, like whatever. Friend him on Facebook, I'm sure he gets a rise out of having a fan every couple years.
Yeah. Not everybody makes it big, but there are so many bands with potential that amount to nothing. And there are so many musicians that are awful that amount to everything. And it's really...
Well, it's pop culture. It's one of those things, like, it really depends on what people like.
To me, it seems like teenagers just like whatever sucks dick the most. Like, the stuff that...
Well, it's like with,
the stuff like that
with those
people
it's
listen
simple.
to.
It's simple. It's easy to pick up, and it has some kind of emotion that they can relate to. But that doesn't make it quality, because there's a lot of people that just like music casually. It's not see, you and I are big music fans. We relate deeply on like an emotional level with a lot of songs, and a lot of people don't do that. There's a lot of people that haven't. They just don't care.
Because music is a very emotional thing for me. I love music.
Could you go to the art museum and look at a painting and relate deeply on that? Like I know I could a little bit in a way, but not as much as I can with music, because music kind of more or less speaks to me.
Right, but that's the reason why I love music, but I'm so upset with music as a whole is because music is very near and dear to me, and then there are people out there who abuse it, like Black Eyed Peas, who they write a song, they make bajillions of dollars, and the song, first of all, probably doesn't have any meaning at all whatsoever.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's like the lyrics aren't deep. The music isn't music. They don't play instruments. It's insulting.
Speaking of the Black Eyed Peas, though, have you heard the remake that someone did called Everyone Poops?
No.
Have you heard it? Like, I don't know what song that's done off of, but man, it's so funny. I wish I could play it now. I'll have to show it to you later, but Alex, a friend of mine, was obsessed with it. It's so funny.
I'll have to check it out. It just makes me think of Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. That would be a great... Everybody Poops.
R.E.M. is a great band, though. I don't like them a lot, but man, they have some really good songs.
R.E.M. is one of those bands that has like a lot of good music, but then all their other stuff that you haven't heard is just like...
I mean, like, Losing My Religion, that's a great song.
I
don't know what it's about at all, but it I don't know. Just,
Orange Crush, amazing song.
I'm sure I've heard it, but I don't know if I have the track title.
But a lot of R.E.M. is amazing, but I don't really listen to R.E.M. that much.
No? Again, we're on a music tangent, and
don't talk to me about music. I'll either argue.
No, I understand.
I'll either argue with you and call you stupid for whatever you listen to.
No, I can talk to you about it.
Or I'll just babble on.
There's not a lot of people that I could actually discuss with this. I know, especially with my girlfriend. Her literally on Facebook it says music like under the information. I don't really care about music at all, and I'm just kind of like, but she likes ICP, so that says a lot.
That's not music.
I can't say that. They do have a message with their stuff, and
the
way fans they mean good things.
The thing that's most ridiculous about ICP,
it's turned into a cult.
The most ridiculous thing about ICP is how serious people are about ICP.
I told Sarah, my girlfriend, I told her, I said, ICP's got a huge fan base, and Tool does too. There's Tool heads as well. And there's guys that are on the forums who are huge fucking super big fanboys, but nowhere near as extreme as ICP. And she knows, she's like, yeah, it's like a cult. She's not really into it as much as she used to be, but she's been to the gathering 3 times. There's actually been Tool organized meetings people like on the forums have created like, hey, meet and greet kind of thing, and it's like in California and like maybe Chicago and shit like that. But
I go to ToolCon, fucking bro. I'm already wearing the costume.
Yeah, but see, you talk about it for like an hour and then it would be over.
I could talk about Tool for fucking days. I've written papers on Tool.
Have you?
Yeah, for a class that I took this year, I wrote a 6-page paper on why Tool. Well, the requirement for our final paper was we could write about music.
High school?
No, in college. Oh. We had to write about music and kind of like discuss why whatever music we're talking about should be considered fine art. And I was like, what band is better than Tool? They got fine art all over the place.
See, that's the beauty with Tool though, is they're considered, I guess you could say, they're considered alternative metal, but they're also like progressive.
They're not metal. They're progressive. They're not metal at all. They're just.
I just go by Real Rhapsody's. Fucking, they know how they classify things.
They're heavy. They have a lot of heavy shit, but
I know they're progressive.
They're not metal.
That's the problem though. Is a lot of Tool fans. My friend also, he doesn't like a lot of shit when it's shoved down his throat. So if you talk about Tool and you try and show him shit, he's one of those guys that can't be shown anything. He's not going to pay attention. He has to learn it on his own. So I feel like he had the potential to enjoy Tool, but because everyone tried to push it on him,
I'm kind of the same way. Like whenever somebody's like, "You have to listen to this band," I'll listen to them, but it just.
I want to bug you about Porcupine Tree forever, but I feel like you need to listen to like In Absentia or one of their earlier albums.
I love Porcupine Tree. I own In Absentia, and I've listened to it a lot.
Stuff.
I understand, but they have. This is what happens to me when I find a new band that has a large like collection of music. I don't know where to start. I listen to things. I enjoy them, but I don't know how to expand.
Let me tell you this though, when you listen to Porcupine Tree. Their earlier stuff between 1990 and 1996 or so, it's all really Pink Floyd-esque. So if you want to hear a Pink Floyd-esque sound, go through any of those
I'm already
albums.
sold on Porcupine Tree. I just need to take the time to listen to them more.
He actually, that's what's funny. See, what you tend to notice is a lot of the bands you like, Steven Wilson for a time when he wrote In Absentia was big into Tool. So he's talked about Tool in some of his interviews he's done because he enjoys them a lot. So he actually does really like Tool. But
well, see, one of the things about Tool is I really don't know anybody that doesn't like them. They either, there's a few options. They love them, they haven't really listened to them a lot, or they're scared by them.
I got a cousin who's like that. The friend we actually pranked phone called that first pilot episode. He told me, he said, he played some Tool on the guitar and he said, man, I don't really like Tool because they're creepy. He said, I seen his Schism music video and that's creepy. He's like, he couldn't watch it. He said, I can't even get into the music because the band's weird.
Wait, which one? What happens in the Schism music?
That's where they're on their leg, the heads are bobbing, and they're trying to like make contact. And there's a lot of fire. That's off the Lateralus here.
Well, obviously, but I was talking to somebody the other day and they were like, "Oh, that's a cool tattoo," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it's from Tool." And they were like, "Oh yeah, Tool kind of scares me." And I was like, "Well, I guess I can understand that."
College?
No, just
do you have to hide your tattoos when you work?
Under a friend, I do actually. I sometimes roll up my sleeves, but whenever my manager sees it, he's like, "Here you go."
He talks like a trucker. You gotta roll that sleeve down.
But yeah, this guy said that Tool kind of creeps him out, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I just saw this one music video and it creeped me out, so I was like, I'm not gonna listen to Tool anymore." And he described the music video, and I'm pretty sure.
I like that though. I really enjoy that creepy dark art.
I'm pretty sure it was Parabola. I love dark art too.
Dark creep. No, I like. There was one of my favorite artists, and they do a lot of dark, creepy, funny art with humor in it, almost like. My girlfriend always tells me, "Yo, you really like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac," and I can't get into it because the art isn't as quality as the person.
I love Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. It's
like Invader Zim was one of my favorite shows growing up. It really was.
You know, it's the same guy, right?
Yeah, I know it is. But I'm just saying it was one of my favorite shows. But the art itself, I don't think is good as like I was showing you before.
It doesn't look great, but it is great.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm sure the comic's good too. I just can't get into it.
It's very funny.
It's just one of those things, like just that kind of like really, really dark, comical humor that's like.
Well, what I like about
that's actually the artist right here.
Because I have
the rainbows.
I have like the director's cut of Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and Jonan Vasquez, the artist, writes in the beginning. I love his introduction to that because just the way he says it is amazing. Basically, what he says is that the healthiest thing you could possibly do to relieve stress is like picturing yourself killing someone that you hate. And just the way he said it, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that's great. I'm not a psychopath, but I'd love you to be dead.
See? Let's go, love.
Well, I like shit like that.
Come on, it's funny and it's fucking dark at the same time, and it's decent art. I don't know. I just enjoy kind of a comical kind of.
Well, actually, I really love. I don't know if you know that he does this, but Marilyn Manson paints. And
I've seen some. No, I've seen it. I've actually seen it. I don't remember where I saw it, but yeah, it was cool.
Because I'm a huge fan of the show Lost, and after Lost ended, they did like a talk show with some of the members of Lost, and they had Marilyn Manson in the crowd. And Marilyn Manson is also a fan of Lost, and he shows this picture that he painted of the character John Locke on Lost, and it was like John Locke, but creepy as fuck. And I'm like, I want that painting so bad. It's amazing. Marilyn Manson is a fucking really good. I love his paintings. They're creepy.
I like Marilyn Manson's a really smart guy. When you hear him talk, he's got a lot of things to say, and he's not an idiot at all.
And yeah, and the good thing
he's a very intelligent
guy. The good thing is he knows what he's talking about, and he doesn't give a fuck. So he doesn't censor himself.
Well, he's the most open. Like he's just a very down to earth guy. He just understands. I don't know how to describe it. Like I've seen interviews with him. He's intelligent. He's just open to different everything. He just I don't know. From my experience with what I've seen, he just seems like a really cool guy.
People are creeped the fuck out by him.
It's because he's weird, and I don't mind weirdness.
I'm going to see him tomorrow.
See, there you go. I would actually go see him, but I don't really want to spend the money right now. I'm kind of bored, so kind of strapped for cash. I got like $100 or less actually now in my account, so. We're going to get to our last article here and then take a short break because I have to urinate again, so.
I think we should be wrapping up
soon. Soon. We'll wrap it up in a bit, but I want to get through this. But apparently it costs $99 to make Windows work right. And basically what this article boils down to is that they offer a service for about $100 that allows you, like all it does is it takes all the stuff pre-built, like with your laptop, whatever crap comes on there that you don't give a shit about, that they offer, that's like their, memory stuff, you don't need it all. Like Windows comes with it already, but they put crap on there to say use our stuff instead. It gets rid of that and like any remnants of it, and they're charging $100 for that, and that's kind of ridiculous. Because anyone who actually buys that is just either doesn't know anything about like why would you spend $100 on like something that just uninstalls something? Like it's basically
go to control panel.
It's like anyone that buys into Apple technology, you can get the same system in a PC version for the same price that can also run Apple like fucking their operating system. You can turn a PC into an Apple. You can turn an Apple into a PC, I think. But it's just dumb because they charge twice the amount for the same system. Because
people
dumb fanboys think that, hey, guess what, man? This shit's fucking, like cool or something. It's almost like hey, I own an Apple, like I'm obviously smarter than the rest of you kind of thing. Like,
go.
It's really stupid people that don't know how to operate a PC correctly.
Go to a place like Best Buy, and they will, like, 100% of the time try to sell you the Apple product over anything else.
No, that's because they make more profit.
Because when I bought my laptop, and it's an HP piece of shit that's like 3 years old, and when I bought it, he's like the salesman was like, oh, you want to go with with this. It seems like everybody else is like going with the MacBook, and I was like, I'm good.
You gotta go with the MacBook Air.
Yeah, it's made out of air.
It's so light, you don't even need to keep it anywhere. It just floats along with you.
I don't know. I enjoy some Apple products, but the Apple product that frustrates me the most is the iPad, because
I enjoyed the iPod. I was a fan of the iPod.
I love the iPod, but the iPad is the biggest, most. It's so expensive, and it does virtually nothing.
I don't understand tablets.
I don't either.
Get a laptop.
Get a fucking laptop. You could get an amazing laptop for a lot less than you could get.
Well, it's just you gotta understand.
iPod
It's
or
like
iPad
somebody.
with all the, bells and whistles.
That's like someone who's gotta own. I gotta own a smartphone. I gotta own a tablet. I gotta own a laptop. They're like, it's like they can't just have one unit. I'm like, a laptop does everything all those things do. Do you need, like, even if you have at least just have maybe a smartphone and a laptop. You don't need a tablet. There's no purpose for that. And if you feel there's a purpose for that, don't own a laptop. You know what I mean? It's not necessary. It's just, I don't see the point in a tablet.
A tablet is basically
that's what an iPad is.
A laptop with a lot of the functions non-existent. Like, it's basically a laptop that's more expensive that does a shitload less.
Well, yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb as hell. It's stupid as hell.
But people buy into it.
They buy into it because it has features and it's got Angry Birds on it. I'm like, my phone does that.
Exactly. I don't need...
Not my phone, but your phone does it.
If your phone had Angry Birds, I'd be quite fucking surprised.
My phone doesn't have Angry Birds.
I don't know how you play Angry Birds on that.
I don't play Angry Birds. I can go online though.
We don't have time for that.
It would take too long. You're right. But that's all for the news right now. I'm gonna take a short break. I'm gonna urinate. Mike's gonna chill out here for a bit. We'll be right back. Oh, yeah.
Alright, so my name is Dave Nemec, and we're out taking a spin out my pitmobile right here. I don't know if you just get a view of this, please. This window doesn't open, and that passenger door falls off when you open it, so, just as long as you understand the basic idea of the pitmobile. Basically when I'm not getting drunk, I like to just drive around and either throw hamburgers at cars, or, the usual. Sometimes I'll just stop by a random person and just beat the shit out of them, just for fun. Yeah, that's just how I roll. That's pretty much it. I mean, we probably need to get a beer run sometime soon, because I'm getting fucking thirsty. You can feel the urge to just want alcohol. Is this guy, I'll usually hit him? No. The brakes work again. Brakes weren't working for a while. Show them the bat. That's what I like to beat the shit out of people with. Right there. It's a pretty nice novelty item. I mean, it's beaten a lot of faces in its time. I just like to have fun. I like to party. This car was about $500. That's pretty expensive compared to the normal $300 I spend. Usually buying a new car every time the doors fall off. Usually when the doors fall off, it doesn't work no more, but, normal thing is when, hey.
Dave, who's that?
Oh, jeez. Excellent. Go, 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 go. Give me it. Hey, you! Yeah, that'll teach you to be fat. Yeah. Maybe next time you won't be so fat walking in the street like that. Yeah. All right, let's go get me some dinner.
Got it, Dave, got it.
All right.
Whoa.
getaway, no evidence. Sometimes you just lose control of the car. I don't know. Usually the wheels, they just fall off.
Welcome back, everyone. Hi! It's Mikey and me, Lewis. We're back here for part 2 of the show. Thank you for joining. We're pleased that you actually made it this far.
If you're seeing this part of the show, thank you.
Yeah, you've decided that you're bored enough to make it this far into the episode. But we're gonna move on. We are done with the news. We are done with talking about random tangents, kind of, but not really, because we're probably just gonna go on more random tangents, but whatever. But we're on to music now. Music and pop culture, pretty much.
We talked about music and pop culture before, but now this is the time where...
This is the time where we actually talk about...
The time designated.
The designated time, which is music news.
Music news.
And in the music news, we learned that Van Halen is having a reunion, and apparently it's falling apart at the seams.
Yeah, basically what I read about this earlier today. Basically, they hate each other's fucking guts again.
Again? It's happened before?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the reason David Lee Roth left the band in the first place 25 years ago.
Never cared about Van Halen, but
okay. Well, any Van Halen to me is only Van Halen with David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth Van Halen is amazing. Anything besides that sucks a dick. I hate Sammy Hagar. And yeah, I guess I think it's got to be a David Lee Roth problem because literally everybody in the band is a Van Halen except for the lead singer. So it's got to be him. I mean, the bass player is fucking dude's son.
right.
Drummer's a Van Halen. It's got to be David Lee Roth that's stirring shit up. I don't know. They just hate each other's guts. And the dates aren't canceled. They're just postponed while they, it's basically cabin fever,
Well, I guess it sounds kind of like when you go see a Guns N' Roses concert.
You wait 8 hours?
No, me and my friend were actually planning on seeing GNR back in like 2006, but then fucking Axl decided, nope, not coming to Milwaukee anymore, and they canceled it and refunded everybody's money. So I never got to see GNR. And then he got fat and I just didn't care.
Yeah, nobody cares about GNR anymore.
I never really liked Guns N' Roses to begin with.
Me either. I mean, it would be interesting to see him because...
Yeah, that's why I was going. It would be interesting, but other than that, I didn't care.
No. That happened to me with Scars on Broadway, who I do care about a lot. I'm excited about that show that they canceled.
It happens. I've never actually had a show canceled that I cared about, but it does happen.
I care very deeply about Scars on Broadway.
Well, see, that's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of thing. Like,
now
they're gonna...
The only reason I wanted to see Scars on Broadway is because I couldn't see System of a Down at the time, and now I'm seeing System of a Down, so I guess all's well then.
All is well. Well, see, I kind of saw System of a Down when I saw...
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't?
No, you saw Surge, that's cool, but you didn't see System.
You're right. They didn't play a System song, so... I was kind of hoping they might, but they didn't.
No.
It doesn't matter. Actually, Foo Fighters put on a good show. I don't care a whole lot. Like, there's some really good songs. Like, Learn to Fly is one of my favorite songs of all time.
When I saw Everlong was one of my favorite songs.
That's a good song too.
It's a beautiful song, especially live.
The acoustic version is good.
Any version, pick one. But when I saw Foo Fighters live, they were fantastic, and I kind of want to see them now that they just announced that they're going to be at Summerfest. But I'm already seeing so many other concerts that.
I actually haven't looked who's at Summerfest this year, but there's a band I want to see, and it's Rise Against, and they're coming in September to the Rave, and I've been meaning to check them out, but I haven't had the opportunity to yet because I bailed on them last summer, I think because I didn't have the off time. So I said, nah, but
they were free last summer though.
It was a day that I had to work, and I didn't have the vacation time for it. I'm pretty sure it was during the work week.
See, I enjoy Rise Against. I just don't understand why everybody's so excited about. I mean, they're coming here twice within 2 months.
But see, that's different though. That's a festival, and this is more of them actually being here.
Well, still,
I wouldn't go see them at the festival just because they won't put a full set. It'll be like an hour long, and then the next guy will come on stage.
I'm pretty sure they're like headliners, aren't they?
I don't know. I'd just rather go see them when they're at the rave.
So would I, because we're tourists. scary. It's hot. You sweat a lot. You die.
I feel like festivals, they only play about an hour for each band, and I'm kind of like, I'd rather see them when they're actually more center stage. So, you know, it'd be better to go see them when they're actually the main attraction, I guess you could say.
Because then they play more of the material, but I don't know, Rise Against just doesn't excite me that much. I mean, that's probably because I haven't listened to them that much. They have a lot of good stuff, I just don't listen to them.
Second article. Apparently, Jack White is upset that the Guinness Book of World Records doesn't want to put him in it.
Well, first of all, there's a reason, and it's because you suck. And the reason that you want to get in the Book of World Records doesn't prove that you don't suck.
What is the reason, Mike?
The reason, this is the record he wants to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for. The world's shortest concert.
Really?
Because apparently they were...
Well, why would you... What concert was this then?
They were going, I believe it was the White Stripes. I don't think, it was either the White Stripes or one of his other shitty bands, but I'm pretty sure it was the White Stripes.
More than one band?
He has like 30 bands. There's like Dead Weather, the Raconteurs.
I know about the Raconteurs actually. That sounds familiar now that I think about it.
Anyway, so they were going around playing free shows, and they decided, hey, the show's free, why don't we just play a show that's like literally a millisecond long? So they hit like a cymbal, and then they ended their show. And he specified, like he.
Oh God, he's so indie. And
he did this wanting to set the record. So he's like, make sure when you hit the cymbal, you mute it right away. I don't want this show being like more than a fucking millisecond long. So they went and walked off the stage. And then he was like, oh, Guinness Book, put us in it, put us in it. And they were like, no. And okay, apparently they responded to it. I don't know what they said back to him.
Apparently it says the results were difficult to objectively measure because of how many members of the crowd needed to be able to see the performer before he disappeared off stage. So they didn't have an actual person there that could say, yeah, this is the shortest concert ever, and there wasn't enough like actual information, I guess, to prove that.
If you are a real musician, why wouldn't you want to do like the longest concert ever?
Yeah, he was kind of being a douche. It was more about him being, hey, I'm famous kind of thing, you know what I mean?
I don't know why he's famous.
I never got into the White Stripes, and they always kind of irritated me. The only song I ever actually really enjoyed by them was Seven Nation Army.
Yeah, they're gonna say Icky Thump.
No, I hate Doorbell. All that shit's garbage.
I just don't like the
Seven
the
Nation Army was a good song.
The reason I hate him the most.
Sure.
Of course, I liked it when I first heard it. He's now regarded as like one of the greatest guitar players of all time or something like that.
He's not.
He's a shitty fucking guitar player.
He's not. He's not.
Not saying that I'm a better guitar player than he is.
No, you didn't say that.
He's just not good. He's not worth the
Not at all. Not in any way. I never got into the White Stripes. It was one of those things where I had a friend who really enjoyed them, and I kind of make fun of him now because, you know, I don't enjoy him and he does, but it's just...
He still does?
Yeah, he still does. He actually gets pissed when I make fun of the White Stripes. He still gets mad.
To get pissed about it.
I'm serious. You could probably call him and he'd rage if I made fun of the White Stripes.
Send him a link to the YouTube video. Tell him to go to whatever time in the video this is, and sir, the White Stripes fucking suck. If they're your favorite band,
I know they're not his favorite band.
If the White Stripes are anybody's favorite band, then all hope is lost.
I don't know. I never understood the appeal. Like, they almost seemed like they were trying to be too cool. Those bands that try to like almost seem like they're, oh, I'm so cool, you know, blah blah.
We're so cool and we still sound like we're a garage band. That's the sell.
I guess. I mean, I guess it's popular for some reason, but I never got into it. We're gonna go into upcoming tours. So these are the bands that are currently on tour that anyone should go see. And Lamb of God and Death Clock and Gojira. Have you ever heard Gojira before?
Not much, but I don't like them.
You never heard of them? So you don't know?
I've heard of them. I just haven't heard about them.
They're like sludge. There's a sludgy, dark kind of sound.
Well, either way, when I heard about this tour, I nearly shit my pants. Not even lying. This is how I found out about it. I was bored at school and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go on the rave website to see if there are any new shows announced. And I saw Lamb of God, and that made me go berserk immediately because I love Lamb of God. They're my favorite fucking metal band ever. And then when I saw Death Clock, I was like, holy shit, I'm sold. Death Clock was here a few years ago. I missed it. I was really sad about it because Death Clock is fucking cool as shit. Metalocalypse is an amazing show, and well, I love the music. Some of the their second
album.
album.
A joke band though for me because I feel like they created themselves.
They are, but they have like two actual albums out, and the second one's just not that great. The first one's amazing though, with songs like Mermaider and fucking Go Into the Water. Go Into the Water.
I'm just saying though, it seems like a joke band. It's like saying
they are a cartoon band, but
it's
listen. Have you ever heard Go Into the Water?
It's like the metal version.
It's so beautiful. Like it's actually like the guitar is fucking beautiful.
I'm sure it is, but it's just like the metal version of almost like I don't know how to describe it. It's like not. I want to say like fuck. What's his name? Weird Al, but it's not because it's just trying to be. It's like a satire.
You don't like Weird Al?
I do, but I'm just kind of done with him. I'm sick of him. It's like I grew out of him. It's one of those bands that like.
I'm really sad that I am kind of growing out of Weird Al. Like his new album came out, and I listened to it once, and I was like, I really don't care about it.
You're young, my child. You will learn.
No, I love Weird Al. I still love.
It's kind of like with Tool. I'm not as big as into Tool as I used to be. I used to be like you. I probably would have even got a fucking tattoo, but I didn't. Because I can't have tattoos. My girlfriend won't let me, but...
Your girlfriend won't let you have tattoos?
No, she won't. She says it ruins your body. I'm serious.
Is she Jewish?
Oh.
Because I know Jewish people...
No, she's not religious at all. Not at all. She just thinks unnecessary. And I would honestly have a tattoo of a little wolf right here and a little fucking... I don't know, something else right here. Probably typo negative, actually. Because I'm super huge and a big old negative sign right in my fucking arm. But my friend Brad was like, dude, if you got a little fucking symbol on your arm, it costs like $50 and it would look huge on your scrawny ass fucking arms. I'm like, dude, you're right. It would probably be really cheap for me to get tattoos because I'm not a big guy, so. But I was gonna say Gojira, there's a song actually from their album From Mars to Sirius, Flying Whales. Sludgy, slow, really fucking awesome.
I'll have to check it out.
The rest of their stuff, they scream and they got you like Lamb of God, so they do that growly shit, but this song is really good. There's the bass lines and everything in this fucking song is really good. Really good.
What I love about, when I started listening to Lamb of God, I didn't realize how big they actually are, but they're regarded as the metal band right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, this is how I view the progression of quote unquote heavy or thrash metal. It starts with Black Sabbath, and then it goes.
They're not heavy or.
I know, but then this is
the
metal to me. This is
the progression.
If I could pick a band from each, this is me picking a band from each era.
Alright.
Black Sabbath, Metallica.
I hate Metallica.
Shut your fucking.
I really do. I feel like they're really generic.
Black Sabbath, Metallica, Pantera, and
I like Pantera though. Alright. See it. See though,
because
if I grew
Lamb of God, not to compare them to anybody else because nobody else is as good as them. Lamb of God is Pantera and Slayer kind of molded together, and it's really, really good.
So it's like Pantera and Slayer had anal sex and just kind of forced out deliciousness of
anal sex with a fistful of nails.
With a fistful of nails, huh?
Metal up your ass. Hoorah!
Don't ever say that again.
It was the name of the first Metallica album.
Fistful of ass?
No. Metal up your ass.
Metal up your ass.
I need to click it.
You're damaging my glasses. Unlike you, I don't have insurance from my father, so I pay for these myself.
I don't have insurance from my father.
Well, you're going to college and you live with him, so you have insurance from your father.
Free ride's free ride.
Whatever. Jane's Addiction's on tour.
Fuck 'em.
Green Day's on tour.
Fuck 'em.
Rush is on tour. That's fucking interesting as hell.
I wish I could afford to see them, but they're so expensive.
Yeah.
They were in Chicago like last year, and it was like $120 for a bad ticket.
Black Keys is on tour.
Like them, love them.
Slipknot, Slayer, Motorhead, and Anthrax at Mayhem Fest.
I wish Mayhem Fest came to Wisconsin ever, but they don't. They literally go to the same exact cities every year.
Have you heard of Milwaukee Metal Fest before?
Yeah.
A band called Canidae I really enjoy. On their website, they have like an option, like in their like they have like little like, you know, like a questionnaire almost. They answer. It's like, what was your worst show ever? And I'm pretty sure the singer Jonas Rensky said Milwaukee Metal Fest 2000. He said it was his worst experience ever, and he hasn't been back since like 10 years ago. He finally came back, I think, like maybe last year or the year before, like 2010 or 2011. And I'm pretty sure someone in the audience said, was it better than Metal Fest? So it kind of made my day to hear that, because I was like, at least someone knows that they haven't been here since that long. And actually, it was funny because they went to Minnesota literally like the next day, and all their gear was stolen. All their gear was stolen. That's fucked up, dude. Anyway, Van Halen's on tour, which we talked about, and all that drama.
We're not on tour now. They're holding it off.
Aerosmith, and I thought they broke up, so
No.
they're gonna debut a new single on American Idol or something. Slash is touring, I guess, solo.
Nobody cares.
Linkin Park, Incubus, Honda Civic, blah blah blah. I've seen Incubus. One of those bands
I've seen both of those bands now.
Guns N' Roses, there's a UK tour. Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson to join forces.
That'd be sweet.
Maybe Pink Floyd, Water brings the wall back to North America.
I wish I could see that. Still, again, expensive as shit.
Death Cab for Cutie, summer tour. Black Sabbath announce a homecoming show. I don't know what's up with that. I kind of heard some information. Morehead VIP.
I would love to see Black Sabbath.
Festival.
I hope they come to this area. I was a little disappointed though, because when they announced that Ozzy was going to be back in Black Sabbath, I was excited that they were going to have the original lineup again, but now the drummer is no longer going to be a part of it because of like contract
Drama?
money issues.
Oh, it was money issues?
Yeah,
it was time issues.
It's disappointing.
Deftones is actually touring with System, and that's kind of cool. Do you like Deftones at all?
I'm not really into them.
I like Deftones.
The thing that disappoints me the most,
their earlier stuff's really good.
this show that I'm going to, Deftones and System of a Down, is meant to be a celebration of nu metal. I don't consider System to be nu metal.
Would you get off with the nu metal crap?
But nu metal isn't even a genre to me, and now they're like over celebrating.
System and Deftones aren't nu metal in my class.
Deftones
No, they're alternative metal. They don't rap.
Don't Deftones?
No, they don't. Nu metals is no, they don't. Nu metals is rapcore. Remember that. Just remember that. It's not,
I heard a Deftones song.
They're fucking Hispanic, but they don't rap. Okay.
I heard a song once by Deftones, and it was probably like
it's just a lot of whiny screaming.
It was awful, and it was like the closing song
in the House of Flies
of a show. I don't know.
Never heard Change before in the House of Flies.
I probably have.
Like that sounds like you just had a bad experience.
So I don't really listen to Deftones.
Lucifer's on tour. They announced US tour dates.
Yeah, and as soon as he finished the Lucifer tour, he's gonna
Tool album and
good shit. The Offspring Plant A Club Trooper.
Yeah, I've seen the Offspring once. Don't need to see them again.
Seen the Offspring once.
Bands get to a certain age where they're almost like kind of old, and it's like, who cares? You know what I mean? And the Offspring's kind of hit that point, and you see them once, it's like, they're singing about shit that they believed in 20 years ago.
I know. It's like, I woke the other day. Everybody in high school's dead now.
No, it's like, fuck the LAPD. I'm like, I'm sure you don't care anymore. Like, it's just like, it's almost like...
the thing about the Offspring is...
I like the Offspring.
They're so played out now that every time... I used to really enjoy the Offspring, but now every time I hear an Offspring song, I'm like...
Well, Dream Theater is done.
Oh, I'd love to see Dream Theater.
I don't get into them, but I like them. I respect them. I think
they're prop.
I just no, they're good. I just don't
listen to the album. Train of Thought.
I think I've actually heard that.
I love that. Especially the first song.
Doesn't it have a song about like Danny or something? Like what's it called? Like I feel like there's a song on there like that I liked a lot, like about a father or something.
I don't listen to that much. Dream Theater. They're another band that has so much material that.
That might have been the one I've actually heard though.
The song has like.
Yeah, I probably heard that. That sounds familiar. I know I've heard something about it.
I posted that on Facebook not too long ago.
It wasn't me though. I haven't heard it before. Let's see. Looking it up. Yeah. Let's see the songs.
What I love about As I Am.
Honor Thy Father. That's what I'm looking at. That was a good song.
As I Am.
I've heard this album. It is good.
Everybody in this band is so talented. Like, the guitar solos are literally insane.
Speaking of which, did you see the John Petrucci is God or whatever on Facebook or YouTube actually?
No.
It's really funny actually. I'm gonna show it to you.
He is God though. He's a very, very good guitar player.
Look,
he wrote that song, As I Am, lyrics by John Petrucci.
He's done most of the stuff on here.
But Mike Portnoy is. I wish he was still in Dream Theater. He's the next most talented drummer next to.
Did you hear about the Dream Theater album that was released on September 11th and it had like New York in flames or something? Like the skyline had a heart in flames on it or something. They had to remove it because it was released on Tuesday, September 11th because like, it was over New York or something. And they were like, no, they got. Like, if you find that CD with that cover on it, it's worth way fuck ton of money on eBay. You never heard about that?
No.
No?
No, I don't think I did.
No, it says it's a rare cover art. I'll show you. Alright. Okay. Yep, there we go. Hang on. Let's get this book.
Which album?
I don't know. I remember the name of it. It'll come up though on Google Images. Thank you.
Spelled Dream Theater wrong.
You can spell theater that way or the other way.
That's not how they spell it.
Whatever.
It's right there on the album covers.
They changed it. See, it's got a burning apple, I guess, and it's got fucking New York in flames.
It's a live album.
Well, it was removed because it was released on September 11th. So, as funny as it is, just like with Bush, the band Bush, they were gonna have a cover of like the New York skyscraper or sky scene, whatever, in like flames with a plane above it. Ironically, like it was gonna be released in October, but it didn't happen because of September 11th, so they had to change the cover art to just have like a plane, but that's it, or something.
Well, probably the most popular System of a Down song, Chop Suey, you've heard, right?
Yeah, well, yeah.
That album was actually released because, new albums always come out on Tuesday. September 11th, 2011 was a Tuesday. That's why the Dream Theater album came out that day.
Right.
The System of a Down album, Toxicity, came out exactly a week before that, on September 4th, 2001. Yeah.
Really?
And there was a big
I was just going to middle
controversy.
school back then. That's weird.
There was a big controversy because of the line, one of the lines in Chop Suey, like "Angels deserve to die" or something like that. It was, I don't know. People got really touchy about shit like that around 9/11. Anybody that released an album around that time suffered because, our country was, brokenhearted or whatever, and we're
Downtrodden.
all right.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap us up for tonight, though. I think we had a good second show, everyone.
That'll be the DVD cover.
Yeah. All right. Let's do it again. Ready? Okay. Thank you for joining us. We talked a lot about music today, actually, more than.
Why talk about anything else?
I guess if the show steers toward music, that's what happens.
Nothing matters more to me than music.
I love music. I love all kinds of stuff. I love movies. I
like food.
I like eating.
I like drinking water.
I like drinking waters and fucking eating foods.
What's your favorite thing?
Living.
My favorite thing to do is get up in the morning and drink 8 glasses of water a day.
Just instantly? That's your favorite
No,
thing?
throughout the day. Get up in the morning and then throughout the day.
Making sure I live. I love living.
I don't jump off any cliffs.
But see, Mike, we can't end the show until you finish your drink. And luckily you don't have. There we go. Oh. What about that white out there? All right, thank you everyone for joining us. It's we're closing.
We clap for ourselves.
Yeah, we're back.
Woo! Good show. Jolly good.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good tomorrow. Have a good tomorrow.
Without hesitation